Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is Saturday, November the 23rd of 2024. And today is day 4 of my 12 days of Christmas ornaments. So I don't have a fireplace mantle, but in my living room I've got my china cabinet. So I'm going to use this top up here like I would a mantle. So I'm going to decorate up here first and then we'll get into the crafts. So, everything I have. So a couple weeks ago I got these fall garland. I guess they're called harvest garland, but it's the fall ones. I got 2 boxes of them. They're normally like nearly $30. I got them for just under $8 each. And then I also have this one piece left of this, one of these, was it 15 feet of garland? This was from Dollar Tree. It was $1.75. And I also bought one of these 8-foot long garlands from Dollarama. This, I believe, was $4.50, $4.75, something like that. I can't quite remember, but just under $5 for this. So I'm going to start with this larger one. I kind of did my measurements. So, oh, there's the price. $4.75. I knew it was on here somewhere. I just couldn't see it. First things first, just gonna unwrap this and be careful because I just pulled a little too hard and I just pulled a little chunk of the branch off. I'm not sure where it goes. So I was just trying to find the end of these. I mean, these are from the dollar store. They have a lot of space in them. And there's a big gap. That might be where it came from. There's a lot of big gaps. But this one here seems to be an extra big gap. So I'm just going to twist this piece back onto the middle of this gap here. It's so easy to do. It's got this wire frame. And I'm just going to pull this. I'm not even going to actually start pulling all these branches out yet. I just need to kind of find the 2 ends. I just want to kind of get it more straight. So I've got the one end. Like I said, as I get this laid down, I will fluff these out to the direction I need them to go. And now, did I find the other end? Nope, not quite. Oh. There's the other. That's what I was looking for, the other one of these. So if you're going to attach these together, you've got one that's a straight edge and one that's got the little hook thing, so you can, if you're attaching multiples together, you can do it, or you can even make the wreath form out of this. But I'm just going to drape this across the top of my china cabinet. I'm going to kind of fold this in half just so I know where the halfway point kind of is. And I kind of know where the halfway point is because I've got my little tapestry table runner here. Okay. My daughter made these. I don't want them to break. I'm just going to slip them in here. It down so it kind of flattens out and goes around the edge of the china cabinet. Make sure they're kind of even on both sides. And I've got the 15-foot. This one here, it's such a thin little one, but I like it because it's got a different color into it. So this one, I'm just going to fold it in half. I'm just going to kind of twist it together. If I can get this to... I'm just going to twist it together, kind of like you do pipe cleaners, you know. It makes it a little bit fuller. like having, you know, different kinds of greenery in here. That way it's one of those things, when you add different picks and florals, they come with different leaves, different shades of green, different shades of whatever your flowers are. Like that, it gives you just extra fullness and stuff and extra color, depth, I don't know, however you want to describe it. So now I've got that twisted, so I'm just going to figure out kind of approximately where the middle of this one is, and just kind of line it up here as well. Now right now I'm not actually twisting these together yet, and I don't know why my dog is going after the cat right now, but she is. Now they're just one sitting in front of the other. So now I'm just going to play this and twist it in and around it. It just kind of just gives me a little bit more fuller effect. Like I said, I still haven't even fluffed out all the first garland yet. I don't know. I like to do it near the end once I figure out kind of how I want this. Just gotta open the boxes. I don't really know what these look like. I haven't even opened them yet. I just wanted to save them until I was going to use them. And I always keep these little silica gel packs. I always stick them in other things, like if I'm my shoes, if I'm not wearing shoes or purses for a while, I'll stick them in there. I also stick them in anything I have packed away, like cloth material, clothing, even Christmas decor like this. So now I'm going to find this one here has the little hook end on this side. Oh, it has the hook on both sides. Okay, so I'm just deciding which way this will look nice. I think this one kind of wants to lay out more this way. This here in the center. Okay. I'm just going to grab one of these little branches here. I'm just going to stick it through this loop and twist it on so it kind of hooks on there. That. And I'm going to pull up the second one and do the exact same thing, just kind of in the center. My animals are just fighting with each other today. I don't know why. I'm just having trouble getting... having trouble cutting the tape. More of those little silica gel packs. And with this one, I'm just gonna find here. I think I'm just going to these little branches, slip it through the ring here, twist it around, hold it in place, like that. So now I've got my garland up here, kind of where it's going to go. Now I'm going to take this garland off and I'm going to put it on the floor, and I'm going to now get it all twisted nice and fluffed out. So I'll be back as soon as I've got it on the floor and ready to fluff out. So I think it's the sound of the garland that's just making my animals crazy. I just had to kick my cats outside of the living room and shut the door. They kind of took it apart. It just kind of went crazy. So I gotta find where these go. I cannot figure it out. I will probably just end up gluing these back in if I can't figure out exactly where they came from. So I kind of had to take it all apart, but I've got the large 8-foot garland is now all fluffed out. And now I've got this one here. Again, I have to find where the middle is. I just kind of want to keep this kind of somewhat, you know, in order. This is about the middle. Okay. I'm just going to wrap a couple of these other branches up and around this one just to kind of keep it a little bit flatter for right now. It's just gonna kind of, it doesn't give me enough anything except it kind of just hides the wire from the other garland, and it's just gonna give me something else to kind of help hold all the other Christmas ornaments too. I'm just trying to keep these kind of lined up so I know where I have them attached. Okay, now these are the ones, there are the fall ones. They're not really Christmassy, which I don't mind them not being like a traditional Christmas color. I just like the fact that they were cheap and they're just gonna add to my garland here anyways, so now they don't want to straighten out. I'm worried if I try to straighten them, I'm going to snap the willow branches, I think it is. So as much as I think I wanted them to hang over, I think I'm going to have less hanging over the sides. So I'm just going to actually line this up like this. I'm just going to attach the end here. And then find where the center was. Center is here. Just kind of attach it to here. And then take this one, just kind of attach it into the center and then touch the bottom one at the bottom. I think it will kind of give me that other effect, more like a draping around the front of my china cabinet versus just hanging off the side. I just does not want to do what I want it to do. Okay, well, I'm just going to some of these branches and just twist these together, random little spots. And then I will lay this back on my china cabinet and I'll see how it looks. move those to begin with. I'm not quite sure what's wrong. I just got this thing. It's not laying flat. It wants to twist the wrong direction. And another one, these things came off on me. So now I have to just untwist where I attached it because it's just not laying flat. So I'll be back as soon as I'm able to get the green to lay flat again. So it took a few minutes to get it to kind of lay flat. Then I got my little snowman cookie jar. There's something preventing this from going. My table runner is sliding forward. I'll have to fix that in a second. There is something that's not letting my table runner move forward. I think it's one of the trays back there I can't lift. Okay, so took some time. Then I got my snowman cookie jar and the cream and sugar up there as well. Now the other thing I like to have up here right in the center of my mantle will be my nativity set. So this one had it a long time. Somebody had bought it for $25. I actually got it at a secondhand store and I paid $15, which I know that was a lot for a secondhand store, but I love it. Although I think that's what they had. I may have gotten it any cheaper if it was like a, a sale, 10 to 30%, or sometimes you can go like closer to Christmas or after Christmas, you can get them even cheaper. Now, I was gonna say, my nativity set, I just dumped out of the box. It looks like this. It has the other boxes. I just had this out last night. I just wanted to make sure that I had all the pieces and nothing was broken. So I actually had it already sitting out on my china cabinet today. I just kind of set it in the box. But it's got the cutest little stable. I mean, I would pay $15 just for this stable. Now, it needs a little bit of work, and I say that every year, and then I never get to it. Like I said, it needs some more moss. This little bit of burlap here needs to be repaired, but I'm not going to do that today. So I'm just going to set this up here first. I'm just going to angle my camera. Okay, I hope I'm in focus. Move this a little more. Yeah, my staple broke, little staple that was holding that. You know, she was a little loose yesterday, and I look at it today, and it's like really needs to get fixed. I always put Mary here, and then baby Jesus there. And where's Joseph has the light, so I put him in the staple as well. Then I've got the animals. So I place them depending on which way that they are facing. I have this tiny little lamb I always stick there. That. And then I've got the 3 wise men and the shepherd. Put the shepherd on this side, and then the 3 wise men I put in height. I think he's the shortest because he's kneeling. I have to see which one's taller. This. Like that. So I got my nativity set up. I've got my garland across my mantle, I guess. So now I'm going to get into today's craft, and I'm just going to do really quick things today. First, I've got this pack of 2 candles, and these were from, I buy these at Dollarama. I think there was like, I think it was almost $3. I think it was like $2.50, $2.75. I forget now. But I like these. I don't have any batteries this exact moment, but I took these out to show that in the package the brass looks, or the gold or whatever, looks one way, but when you take it out, it definitely looks really cheap and plastic. It feels like plastic. It probably is plastic. And then even the back, it has the instructions on which way the batteries go in. So when people place their candles, I've seen people who forget about this, and so I'd like to put some ribbon on here to cover this up, so it doesn't matter which way it's sitting, nobody's gonna see the instructions. So I will go out to the garage and spray paint those. I also am going to, just another quick little craft today. I've got this little clear glass Santa jar. I have never actually used these jars for food. I don't know where I got them. Secondhand stores, garage sales, that type of place. I thought it was a snowman. The other day, I think it was facing this way. I thought it was a snowman. And then last night I picked it up. I'm like, no, it's Santa. So I'm going to go out to my garage and I'm going to spray paint him as well. I'm going to spray paint him the same kind of a shade of bluey green that I'm using this year for Christmas. So I'm just going to run out to the garage and spray paint these. So we'll be back in a few moments. So I'm in my garage. So for the little candle holders, I have this trim-clad hammered finish. Indoor outdoor uses. I think it's just black. Yeah, it looks like it's just a black. And then for the Santa, I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Paint and Primer. And it's a satin, and it's in the color aqua. That is the English side. And I'm just using an old boot tray out in the garage just so I can have something to set these on. This is a huge improvement. Oops, don't want to drop the glass. This is already a huge improvement on the little candle holders. And then Santa, same thing. I'm just going to grab this other spray paint. Oh, it's not going to work. The thing just broke off on me. So I've got the other color, so I'll just grab the other color instead. So I grabbed the other color, so it's the Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2x Ultra Cover Paint plus Primer, and this is a gloss, and it's in the color Ocean Mist. Again, I don't know how much paint I have left, but I hope I have enough to do him. So I'm just going to finish spray painting him, and I'll be back in the house to work on the candles. Right, so I've got my glue gun plugged in and ready to go. I'm going to cover, like I said, the bottom third or maybe a quarter or so of this candle. I went through all my ribbon, and this year my ribbons are all in like reds and golds, or they're just too big, or they're too skinny. You know, they're just plain. I just didn't know what I was gonna do, but I thought I'd like to do something so I can keep the candles like almost a year round. That just kind of goes with my decor. So I found this really pretty strip of ribbon, or the lace, I mean, with the little pearlized beads, but it won't cover all of the, instructions. I mean, I can kind of get it to do it, maybe a little. Actually, can I? Actually, it will work. I didn't think it would work because I just saw how wide this was and how wide the strip is, but I think if I just layer it on there, actually that would work. So this will work. So this is what I really want to use. So I'm going to use this. I also found this ribbon here. It's got the little gemstones. It obviously matches my decor. And then of course I have these big sheets of this bling wrap, and this is what I was going to use because I didn't think this ribbon was going to fit. I'm just going to move the rest of my bling wrap out of the way. So I guess I will be using this one. This is what I wanted to use because this way I can keep these candles out all year round now. So I'm just going to find, I'm going to start here. Just move my camera down. I know I don't have a crafting place yet. I'm still working on finishing up my basement. I know I've kind of got it done, but I just don't have anywhere to sit down there. So I'm just going to put some hot glue right where I want to start covering it. And I went a little bit further down with the hot glue than I needed to. That's okay. I can easily just take the glue off. It's just plastic, so it just comes right off. So a bit of glue all the way around the candle. Cover up those instructions on which way the batteries go. And when I did that, I ripped this other little gemstone off. Glue it back in place, and because the way that these lined up, there is a gap right there, but I do have more little rhinestones, so I will, or little half pearls. So even though the ribbon, all lines up, there's a little gap there. Like I said, so I'll just have to run down and look for my little beads, but that looks so good. I'll do the same to this one. It is. And it's lace, so when you squeeze lace with hot glue, the glue comes right through. I don't know where I got this lace ribbon, but I can tell that I ripped it off of something. So it's got, you know, it's been used. It's got lots of different layers of glue, and it got black stuff sticking there. I have no idea what that came off of, but I do that. I love to, if I find anything that's like what I like and I can use it in crafting, then I will cut things apart and save pieces. And then of course, if you pull this off, I just kind of unglued my last little bit there. Same thing, the ribbon wraps right around and lines up over top, but then it's still missing a little pearl there. Just gonna glue this little pearl back in place. You know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set this here. I've got this out, it's got the little pearls attached. I'm just going to take 2 of the little pearls off of here. Then I don't have to run downstairs and go searching. And I know that these would be the right size and they're going to fit. There. And same with this one. Where the pearl needs to go, just a little dab of glue and just stick the pearl in place. And there. Now those are done. So I will be back when the spray paint is dry and we can assemble the candlesticks. All right, so I almost forgot the rest of the stuff for my mantle. I was I know what I wanted to do, and I kind of moved things out of the way. I think my cats kind of distracted me, but I was looking for my spray paint, and then I saw these. So these are these clip-on flowers, and I have all of these other like floral picks that I want to put up here in my mantle. I also have a couple packs of these ornament hooks. For any ornaments I make, I can now hang on here. So I'm going to start with the floral picks. First thing I got to do is separate these because I've got a couple different styles and then there's different colors. And they're all just, I don't know, whatever I could find at the Dollarama the other day. I'm going to kind of put these into the colors. I kind of got these champagne coppery ones. They're all about like the same similar shades. They're all a little bit different. I've got some of these different more like silvers and some, I don't know, like a bluey purple in there as well. And I also have the lime green or whatever. And then I have some of these smaller ones, and I got them in silver, kind of like a champagne or rose gold. Yeah, I guess like a champagne and a rose gold. That would be, at least that's what I'm calling them. So my first thing I have to do is just take all the price tags off of them. And then figure out where I would like to stick these up here. So these ones here were $1.75, and I got a couple that were, I think, $2.50. I think was the most expensive one. So between $1.75 and $2.50. And I will say, when buying florals at the dollar store, I always check the prices, because I found florals that looked identical and were like $5, and I found, you know, they look identical, and I got the ones that were $2 or $2.50. I could end up with some really, really pricey florals, and then I wouldn't have had as many as I got. So I'm just gonna go and snip all the price tags off, and I will be back when I'm ready to put these florals up in the garland. Okay, so I've got 4 that look like these. I've got 1 like this, 1 like this, 2 like this. I know they were just random. 1 and 1 like this, 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 and then these ones, I have 2 of each of the 3 colors. So I'm calling it silver, rose gold, and more like a champagne color, just because it's not quite gold, but those are the florals I have. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I got 20 floral picks to put up here in my mantle. So I'm going to start with these largest ones. Now I'm not going to cut my stems off because I like to be able to reuse them. So I'm just going to figure out kind of how I'd like these to lay in here. Let's see if I can just get them to lay in here like this. That on that side. I don't even know if I'm in the view of the camera, but and then these, I'd love to fan these out, but some of these I'm afraid if I fan them out, I'm going to snap them. So I'm not going to fan them out today, but I'm just going to do 1 there, I'll do 1 here. And I'll do the other 2 on the other side. Just kind of want to making these look very similar. These stems are really long. That is what I was missing. I can already tell this is the way I wanted it. Oh, I need this glitter and I need all this stuff. Now these are all, I've got these different ones here and no 2 are alike. So I've got these silver ones. So let's see, there's a big silver one up here. I'll stick another big silver one up here. That, and then I've got 1 green one and 1 of these pink ones. So I'm going to stick this pink one, so I can slip it here. Oops. That one's too much like that side. I'll put it here. And the great thing about this is this garland, so you can just slip these branches in the garland. And then I can always fluff these out after when I get them exactly where I want them to go. I need to grab the step ladder and get them to rotate more towards the front because they kind of want to fall to the back right now. But right now I'm just trying to get them kind of evened out where I think they would look good. Now I got the small ones here. I'm going to stick some on here. There. They look like that. Now I have these little clip-on poinsettias, and these were a 6-pack for $2 at Dollarama. So I got them in the green. This, I don't know, more like a, it's not quite silver, but it is really shimmery. And then this one here, it's not really a gold, maybe a champagne. I don't know, they're just shimmery. And I'm just gonna put these in here as well. So I'm just gonna grab. These are gonna help hold some of the florals to get upright. I love just these little clip-in things. You clip them on the leaves, the branches of the other ones. No, this is all done. You don't even see the green garland. You don't, but that's okay. I don't mind that. I will get some more green garland. I know I've got more of it. I just don't know where they are. So I will be adding some of that when I find it. I've got a few more of these to clip in, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so there is the mantle. It looks so much better. I'm glad I, ran downstairs and grabbed the paint, and then I had to run back downstairs and I saw the florals sitting there. Otherwise, I would have forgotten to put the florals up. So I will be back as soon as the spray paint has dried. All right, so I'm now back and these are dry. The little bit of speckling here from the blue kind of oversprayed, and I kind of liked the effect that it gave. I did spray the black back over top, but I guess I still probably had to do another coat, and I got this little bit of speckling, and I like that. But I like this hammered one. It doesn't look hammered like I thought it was gonna look, and then some of the gold is kind of peeking through, which I actually don't mind. I kind of like the way the little candle holders are looking. So I'm just going to set the candles in here. I love the way that they look. Now I'm just going to take the tops off, and I'm going to put the batteries in. I think it's, I'm trying not to mix the batteries. I've got Walmart brand, and then I have like Energizer. So I'm trying to put the 2 Walmart in the 1. Oops, it flickered for a second. That's a good sign. Lets me know that my batteries are working. Okay, just have to screw these on. I took my camera stand down to the basement so I could vacuum and mop. So I'm trying to do this while one-handed. So there we go. Got that one going. And this one was going. There we go. There's the candles. I love how they're kind of flickering. I don't know if they're supposed to flicker. I didn't really fully read that. I also know they're not fully screwed down. I will need 2 hands to finish that. And then for the Santa, I've got him in the kitchen, so I just gotta go grab him. So I've got Santa sitting on wax paper just because he is still dripping. In fact, you know, it's so cold. I've done a few coats. If I can get him to turn around, the wax paper's not gonna go. But when I brought him in, I touched the back because it was still dripping wet. So I decided to just leave him on some wax paper for now. He will continue drying in the house, but to style him for tonight, I've got this tray that I had. I don't know where I got this tray. I've had it for quite a few years. I keep painting this different colors to match my decor. At one time, this tray would have been painted the same color as the Santa, but I have since painted it this pink to go with the spring Easter a couple years ago. So this pink kind of goes with some of my decor, but I've got this one piece here of leftover from some other Christmas project, either last year or the year before. So this is one of those white chamois that you find at Dollar Tree for car detailing, I guess. So it does have a stain on it. I can't help that, but it is the right size. It actually fits in here, which I actually think I had it cut to fit in here or drape over. Let's see, so I know it will fit. I'm just wondering if I have it this way or will it not work. No, it's not going to work this way. Too much of this other board is showing through, and I just don't feel like going back outside to paint anymore. I mean, it's dark and cold now. So I'm just going to put this in here. Kind of bunch this up like snow. And it's kind of in there. And then I'm just going to grab my scissors, and I'm just going to... Oh, my dog just stepped on my foot. I'm just going to grab my scissors. I'm just going to trim this wax paper down just a little bit and set Santa in here and get Santa and the candles arranged under my tree, and I'll be right back. Right, so there's Santa and the little candles set up under my tree. And with Santa being spray painted, you can definitely see that it is Santa. I might redo Santa in a few weeks if I get the time. I don't know. I've got so much other stuff I got to get done. And then you can see the wax paper. I did leave it out a bit because it's still dripping. I'm kind of worried that I might end up painting this ornament here. Just pull that up. Still wants to touch him. This candy cane over there. Okay. The tray there, just a little bit that way. There we go. Okay, so there's the Santa and the candles. Like I said, that was just a fun, easy little bonus thing. But today was, of course, all about my mantle up here. Now you can't even see the other stuff that was sitting up on this, but that's okay. I really love the way this turned out. And right now I've got my tree just sitting on this one where it's flashing. I'm going to turn it to a solid one. I'm going to turn to the solid white, and just amazed because I was flipping through the different colors, and I love the way everything is just glittering. There, that is just the reflection of my tree is making everything up here just glitter. Well, I've got it on the one where it's going to cycle back both between the clear and the colored, but that's okay. But I love the shiny, sparkly stuff. Right, so that was today's. Oops, I'm trying not to get my TV in. I've got just one of those fireplace Christmas scenes too. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing to my channels and watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.